If you walked into any church today, you would see the same face: fair skin, long flowing hair, and blue eyes. It is the most recognized face on the planet. But there is one problem. It is almost certainly a lie. Jesus of Nazareth was a Middle Eastern Jew living under Roman occupation. He spent his days under the scorching sun of Galilee. Yet, history has been cleaned up. His ethnicity has been bleached to match the empires that conquered in his name. Today, we perform a forensic audit on the image of God. We investigate how a radical Semitic revolutionary was transformed into a European aristocrat and why this rebrand was a vital tool for global control. Welcome to the Ancient Verdict. The earliest images of Jesus in the Roman catacombs didn't look like the ones we see today. He was often depicted as a young, beardless shepherd with olive skin and short, curly hair. He looked like the people he lived with. Everything changed when Constantine legalized Christianity. To make this foreign religion acceptable to Romans, Jesus had to look like a Roman authority. Artists began to model his face after Jupiter and Zeus the bearded, powerful, and distinctly European-looking gods of the old empire. The Messiah was no longer a humble carpenter. He was becoming a Caesar. By the Renaissance, the image was set in stone. But there is a persistent and dark legend that Pope Alexander VI commissioned the most famous artists of the time to paint Jesus in the likeness of his own son, the ruthless Cesare Borgia. While historians debate the extent of this civic influence, the reality is clear. European artists painted what they knew. They used European models to create a European god. This allowed the Church to present Jesus not as an occupied subject of an empire, but as the supreme head of a European world order. In 2001, forensic anthropologists used the latest 3D technology to reconstruct a typical first-century Galilean face. The results shocked the world. It showed a man with a wide face, dark eyes, short hair, and deep olive skin. This historical Jesus doesn't fit in a stained glass window in London or Rome. And that is exactly the point. By erasing his ethnicity, history erased his struggle. It's easier to use Jesus to justify colonization and slavery if he looks like the colonizer rather than the colonized. The whitewashing of Jesus was the ultimate political psyop. It turned a Middle Eastern rebel into a symbol of Western supremacy. But the truth is carved in the DNA of the region he came from. What is your verdict? Does the color of his skin change the power of his message? Or was the erasure of his race the first step in corrupting his revolution? Leave your comment below. This is where the real debate begins. Subscribe to the Ancient Verdict.